I'd like to extend a welcome again to our guest speaker, Mohammad Fahili, a familiar face at the LJS, who is the founder and a board member of the Jewish Arab Community Association in Akko, and is the director of the Sir Charles Clore Jewish Arab Community Center. Fahili has dedicated his life to coexistence work between Jews and Arabs, to helping children from poor neighborhoods, and to creating a more peaceful world in Akko. So I would love to invite you up here to share some words of wisdom with us.
Thank you. Good evening and Shabbat Shalom. As you know, I came from Akko, from Israel. I've been, if someone doesn't know about Akko, Akko is a mixed city. We have 2/3 Jewish and 1/3 are Arab. And in all the building, you can see Jews and Arab live side by side, not like in Tel Aviv or in the center. The north is different. I've been neighbor with a Jewish guy more than 25 years. We are neighbors, and we are like a brother, And Akko the same, Akko very peaceful city. It's a small city, not big city, but it's a peaceful city. I established the Jewish Arab Community Center in 1993. I was living in a very poor neighborhood in Akko. It's called the Wolfson neighborhood. And I started working with a bomb shelter, bring the kids to be together, Jews and Arab, and help them with homework, and open like a small club for them. Because when I was, in high school, I used to work in the kibbutz, and I'm close to Akko. I enjoy the Shomerat Sa'ir. It's the Zionist movement in our kibbutz, and from there, the idea came to me to open a club for the kids. And I worked for like 8 years volunteers until 1993, the Clore Foundation, they came to Akko, and she went to our neighborhood, and she saw a lot of Jews and Arabs going to the bomb shelter. And she went there, and she saw a lot of kids, and she asked me what I'm doing. And I told her I have idea to build Jewish Arab Community Center, independent, not belong to the city or the government, because I wanted to focus on the poor kids, because I was raised as a poor child, I was born after 6 girls. I became the 7th. After 6 years, my brother was born. After 40 days, my brother was born, my father died, and he left my mother with 8 children. And we were a very, very poor family. And because this, I focus to give as much I can education for the kids. And the Clore Foundation, they gave us the money, and we built the first floor on top of the bomb shelter. And it's neighborhood center only. Only the neighborhood, about 2,500 people lived in the neighborhood, Jews and Arab. Many, many people, they wanted to come to the center, but we didn't have enough place for them. We convinced the Clore Foundation to build another 2 floors. And in 2000, they built another 2 floors. And since that time, we opened the door for the whole people in Akko, and even people from the villages around Akko. 26 years ago, most of the villages, they didn't have any community center, They used to come also to our center, And we focus in the center in education. I have been 35 years work in the center with the kids and the families. We don't talk political. Don't ask me about anything, about what we are doing, political issue in the center. We focus on education. Religious, it's outside. Political, it's outside only. Only education. And through the education, we bring the people to be together, We have daycare. We start 3 months to 3 years. The family, they bring the kids to the daycare. And if you know, in Israel, the daycare, it's a private daycare. Government, they don't support the daycare from 3 months to 3 years. From 3 years and up, the government, they subsidize it, And it's sometimes free. And it's very, very expensive. And in the neighborhood, families, they couldn't put their kids in the daycare, but we encourage them to put the kids in the daycare, and we charge them 1/3 of the price. And we teach especially the Arab women Hebrew, and we help them to find a job also. Then they can put the child from 7 to 5, and she can go to work, and she can make some money, and she can help the family. And after 3 years, we start with a program. We have more than 12 programs in the center. We have mixed programs when the kids are 12 years old, because the Arab kids, they speak Hebrew, but the Jewish kids, they don't speak Arabic, because our school is separated, We have Jewish school and we have Arab school. In the Arab school, from the first class, they start teaching Hebrew, because this, when they are 10, 12, they know very well Hebrew, because this we make the program mixed together with the Jewish guide. But the smaller kids, we make it separated because of the language. And we have like ballet, we have karate, we have music, we have dance, and we have art, we have yoga, and we have summer camp in August next month. We will have summer camp for 200 kids, Jews and Arab. And these kids, they don't pay anything. We raise money for the summer camp, and 90% of our budget come from London, from the Jewish people in London, even like Synagogue and private people and organizations, they support us. I've been coming to London more than 20 years, and every year I have to raise money for the next year, because we don't get any money from the government and the municipality. They wanted to give us money, but they wanted to control the center. And we said, no, we are giving, service to 600 families in Akko, Jews and Arab. I can tell you 400 are Arabs and 200 Jews. And why it's more Arabs than Jews? Because we are, the 1/3 of the population, and we have 4 other community centers in Akko belong to the city and the government. And some of them, they choose to go to the Jewish school, to Jewish community center, and some of them come to our center. And who's come to our center? New immigrant. We have 250 families, they came from Ukraine since the war started, and all the families, they came without the husband. They came with the kid, because the husband is fighting in Ukraine. And we focus and we help them a lot. We don't charge them anything, just bring the kids to the center. And we have new immigrants from Russia, from Caucasian, and we have Jews who come from Arab countries, Sfaradim, also they are poor. And we focus on these people, the same as the Arab. The Arab is very, very poor in Akko. And the government, centers, they charge a lot of money. Only people, they can afford it, they can go to the Jewish center. But in our community center, it's welcome anyone, even people, they don't have money, they welcome. We charge, price only the music, because we teach private lessons for the kids. And outside they pay 600 shekel, and we charge 200 shekel, only to cover the teachers. All our programs is subsidized. Only we charge the kids to pay the salary of the teachers, and we raising money from outside to continue our work. I've been certified working, and through the education, we bring the families without talk any political issue. Every month, we have the mixed group. We invite the Jewish people and the Arab people to be 1 hour in the class with the teacher and the kids. And we ask the families to bring each one of them a cake or drink, anything they want. And after the class, we sit and we talk and, just to be together, And in the 12 program, we have it every month. Bring the families together, and they can watch the kids play music. They also, in the paint class, they paint with the kid. In the art class, they doing art all together, And this is the way we bring the people to be together. We are talking about like families, they have been more than 6-7 years are together, And they don't fight. They don't argue, because they knew each other. Now, if you bring Jewish family and you bring Arab family, the first time they let them meet, I gave them 15 minutes, they will fight. They will fight. Who's right? I'm right? No, you're right. I came here before. No, it's my land here. But when people knows each other around the programs, around the meetings, and they become friendly, they don't afraid from each other. Many Jews, they have a fear. I understand that. But when they meet the Arab family and spend every month 1 hour with them and another, half an hour after that, they become friendly, and we have 3 trips a year for families and the kids. They bring food, and we go out together, and we make mixed food, and we have parties, in Purim, like the kids, they address in Purim, Jews and Arab, and we make party. Christmas, because we have Christian, we have party. In Ramadan, the Muslim, we have party. And all comes together. In our center, you never find any security guy. We don't have any security guy in front of the building. We are talking about 4-floor building, very big building, 600 families come to the center. I've been 35 years, I never had any security guy in our center. We never had any problem between the families and the kids in the center. We focus in education, and we have program for the youth. Who's making the troubles? The youth. But we have a small club for them. They can spend 4 hours a day in the club, and we give them education and direction also. And we always focus for the coexistence between the Jews and the Arab, because we don't have another place to go, especially in Akko. We are neighbors, We cannot fight with each other, because we are neighbors, The next day we'll see each other in the building, in the supermarket, in the medical center, in the hospitals, everywhere, We are living together. We have to continue together, because Akko is a very peaceful city. It's difficult sometimes when it's the war, and when sometimes Israel bomb Gaza and West Bank, and in Iran they bomb Israel, In the bomb shelter, you can see the coexistence. All Jews and Arab, Christian, Muslim, all of them in the bomb shelter. Everybody afraid. Then the Arab, they start to understand the fear of the Jewish people, The war doesn't, choose, this is Jewish, this is Arab. It was many Arabs, they were killed during the war, last year. This year, we didn't have anyone was killed. Let's keep like this, just to have safety for the people. And the youth, we spend a lot of time with the youth. We have more Arabs than Jews. The Jews, a little bit difficult for them to bring them to the club. We have maybe 6, 7 from 30. They are coming, but the majority they are Arab, and I focus in the Arab because I want them to be a part of the country. I want them to be a part of the city. I don't want them to go to violence, to drugs, to gangster, I want them just to be in the center. Like now, you have the football. It's lately, the coordinator has opened the center for the youth to come and see the football every day when we have football, even in the middle of the night, at 4 o'clock in the morning. We bought a big screen for them to watch the football, We encourage them to come to the center. We encourage them not to be in the street, because if you are in the street is drugs, guns, gangster, they use many kids to send them to other side just with an electrical bicycle. He will give him small drugs. Okay, send it to this guy. He will give you 100 shekel. And many kids, they are doing it, But thanks to God, the kids, youth who's coming to the center, they don't do all this. They never had any violence in the streets, And this is the center, we are working there with the families and with the kids. Everything goes smoothly, and I'm very happy. 35 years, kids, they were 10 years old. Now they are 45 years old. Their kids coming back to the center, for the daycare and also for the program. Any question? Someone want to ask something, Thank you very much.